And welcome back to another episode of Positive Mind Sundays. I am your host, Positive B. White. And obviously, we had a great first session. I had my girl, Nick Siobhan, come through, bless the seat. I got two hot seats now, but she blessed the seat and talked about her amazing journey coming from Montgomery to what she's doing now in the musical space. So, couple housekeeping things. If everybody could be sure and do me a solid, be sure to follow me on all social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, all the social media. Be sure to follow me. I'm at Positive B White. And be sure to follow the station, 101 TKO Radio on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, as well as YouTube where we're streaming live. So, without further ado, I got two brothers that I'm very familiar with and I have a lot of history with. And they split the block again.
Yes, sir.
I think this is
It's my third.
It's the third. This Tipy. This might be like your fourth one.
Actually, it's his third too, because you was here with me.
Nah,
He
but
came
I
a couple
did like
times.
two before that.
Oh, so you don't know before.
At the old spot.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I remember
he might have a
We
seat on the couch in a minute.
family, man. It's all
He gonna
good.
have a seat on the couch in a
Yeah.
minute.
Yeah.
But I would like to welcome my special guest, my boy, only one Tippy.
Yes, sir.
What's happening?
What's happening, man?
And then I got my guy Duece in the building.
Yes, sir.
What's good, my guy?
Bless, man.
Welcome back to the hot seat, man.
Thank you.
So I want to get started. Obviously, we got new music that's being created, and I'm sure it's a gang of music in the archives that we haven't heard yet.
Yes.
Hits.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about this 4 months in. I want to talk about this new Platinum Relics. Let's discuss right here on Positive Mind Sunday.
Okay.
Let's talk
For
about
sure.
Platinum Relics. So how did this Platinum Relics form? How did this thing get started?
So first, I'm gonna say like I was trying to just think about think of a name
Mm-hmm.
where I can, just for me songwriting.
Mm-hmm.
And one night I was sitting at home. I'm like, God, it's right in front of me. I know it. Like anytime I'm thinking about something, I'm thinking too hard about it.
Right.
I know God put it right in front of me. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was out at the I was in LA one time. I always stay at the Angelino,
Mhm.
and they had magazines. Last time I went, they actually had their own magazines. And I'm like, oh, I don't think I was supposed to take the magazine, but somehow it ended up in my suitcase and back at my house. I don't know, but I'm sitting there on my couch. I'm like, I know it's in front of me, and I looked down, and on the magazine it said Future Relics.
Mm-hmm.
I said, let me look up what relics mean.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm like, man, that'd be dope if I could do gold relics or platinum relics. So I looked up gold. It was taken by different businesses, companies, and I looked up platinum relics, and I'm like, that's it.
That's
It's
it.
platinum relics, yeah.
Platinum Relics. And shout out to the name and shout out to the hotel having the magazine in reach.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Like I said, I don't know how I got back to Atlanta, but
Allegedly.
it made its way from LA, but it said Future Relics on the front of it, just like as like one of them,
Yeah.
smaller title, and I'm like, what do relics mean? I never heard of that before, so I looked it up. I'm like, hey, okay,
Did your
makes
research.
sense.
Yeah. And so let's Deuce. Platinum Relics. What is it that you all do as a group?
Man, it's evolving every day.
Okay.
I would tell you, Tippy and I God put us together in a space of two young brothers trying to just really make it in this business, right? Like not he make it, I make it, whatever. Like, what can I do to support you? What could you do to support me? How can we build each other up? Because for the first time in a long time, and it's no disrespect to anybody that I worked before, like Tippy's work ethic was making me, and I work harder than anybody I know, but his work ethic was making me want to work harder.
Mm-hmm.
And to get that inspiration from that was like, yo, what? Because he's a rapper,
Mm-hmm.
but he was not able to really get all the creativity out because of the confines of what he believed rap music or hip hop was. So when I came in and I wanted to do Christian music, world music, not just gospel or not just R&B, but not just hip hop, I want to do pop, country, all of it. Like I want to make worship music for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it just expanded his mindset of like, yo, I can write anything because his pen was crazy. What they call you, Pen Griffey. So
Yeah,
his pen
his pen game is strong.
his
I
pen
know
is
that.
crazy. So I was just like, yo, I got some beats, whatever, hum some melodies. Tippy just the way we work is insane because his pen just naturally matches the melodies. And even though he says he doesn't want to sing or can't sing, like he has these ideas, he'll say them, I'll flush them out, and then we'll just create these incredible records. So it really just started with us trying to build a catalog for my project and whatever else. But then because I came down here and working with Ray and the university and whatnot, there were some other artists that needed some assistance, and I was just like, well, I got the dopest writer in the city, rivaling Mr. T. Ron Thomas. So I was like, I can have him come through and see what he can come up with. And this is not the first time. I'll let you tell your Ray story.
Yeah.
But Ray was just like, hey, I need you to bring Tippy around more.
Right.
I need Tippy here.
Right.
And as we just, Duece and Tippy here.
Right.
We about to get a hit. Duece and Tippy. I'm just like, so I was like, bro, are we doing this? He was just like, heck yeah. So it was more like, okay, then how do we brand it? How do we make it look a certain way or whatever else? So that's kind of where it came from. Because as an artist, or me trying to push myself, and I'm more than an artist. I actually didn't want to be an artist until God orchestrated it. And with Tippy and I'm able to be an artist, and I'm also able to be a producer and a writer, and we're able to create songs that also glorify God that aren't necessarily Christian songs or worship songs, and he's keeping me accountable. I'm keeping him accountable. So it's really just iron sharpening iron, brother.
Right, man. And I try to tell people the power of collaboration.
Yeah.
And just networking.
Networking is very important in any field because you ain't gonna get nowhere without networking.
Right.
You know, and you never know, and that's why me and Duece talk all the time. I'm like, bro, I work with anybody. I don't care because you never know where that person may go or who that person may know.
Right.
You know, so you just got to give yourself that opportunity to let it happen.
To let it happen. Yeah. And then it's like, it's almost like a powerful combination. I don't want to call it like a super team, like how they got like NBA.
Nah, it's
super
definitely
team.
a super team. It's definitely,
but it's like it's almost like a match made in heaven.
That.
So every time I see y'all in the studio, I get a big smile. I get excited, because I know my ears are gonna be entertained. And so
Thank you. Thank you.
Both of y'all mentioned Radar University. Let's get into how all that came into bridging y'all into what y'all are doing at this current moment.
It was definitely happening prior to, but again, that was more focused on my project. But because I'm doing everything I can to put him on, he's doing everything he can to put me on. We're pushing each other just to be great and better. When there was a need for songwriting, and I can write songs, but because I'm specifically staying kind of to my, if this song does not glorify God, I don't necessarily want to be a part of it. I don't judge you at all, but I don't want to be a part of any song that doesn't glorify Him. That's my calling, and that's what I'm doing. But if you need a writer, I got the coldest writer in the city, so I can have him come through. So Tipy was writing a lot of the projects with me, a lot of the songs with me. He came in and did that, and I joined Radar University as Ray Daniels is like a big brother and a mentor to me. He asked me to be a part of it. As an artist specifically, but we've had lots of conversations over the years just about everything I want to do in business, everything I want to do outside of music. But I don't think he really understood the gravity of what I was able to do or what God's blessed me to be able to do. And bringing Tippy in was just like, oh my goodness.
He said, I need Tippy here.
Yeah.
Like,
I need y'all.
I need
here.
You too.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah. So throwing the idea around of moving back to Atlanta from Nashville, coming back and forth has been tough on the family and working as well. So I'm considering moving back to the city. We're gonna definitely make a decision by the end of the year.
Okay.
Of where that's gonna be, but I think Ray wants us here or wants me here, and by that wants Tippy here too. So I think we're gonna just come in there and just try to tear some stuff up. I told Tippy I want to not replace. I want to make sure that we get just as many plaques on that wall in that studio as T-Ron and his brother have. So
And by the way, it's 200 million records sold. So we have a lot of work.
We got
to
some
do.
work to do.
You said, wait a minute, 200 million?
200 million records sold.
Ooh, boy, y'all got
200 to 300 million under Ray Daniels' umbrella.
Yeah. And shout out to Ray Daniels as well, man.
Yeah, man.
Trying to put some more plaques on that wall, man.
Yeah, and you know, I was able to. I saw his page. He had posted something, and I think he was tagged in it. And I went to his page, and man, I didn't have. I had an idea, but I didn't know the scope of some of the things that y'all got going on. And then Tippy. Obviously, you've worked with a lot of artists over the years. From Jesus, Tippy, I can't even keep up with all the people you done work with. Jada, is it Jada?
Jace, Jace from Soul For Real, Fat Joe, G Herbo, Sean Kingston, Duece.
Right.
Man, Big Daddy Kane, I got to drop one with him. I just recorded that the other day. Mozzie, Conway the Machine, bro. A lot of people.
Exactly.
I don't want to get here and bore y'all, but it's been a lot of people, bro.
So obviously you're used to collaborating, and then you just made a interesting point. You said, "Man, I'll work with everybody," you know, because you just never
never know, bro.
And then like really. When y'all said y'all was working together, I said, "Man, how is this gonna work? Both of them are workaholics."
Amen.
Like I know Tippy work, and then I know Duece work. So with y'all working together, like y'all gonna outwork the work.
Yeah, we took each other up 10 notches, man, and it's been a blessing because Ray see it. Like I was just there, just as his songwriter to help him. You know what I'm saying? That's it. But Ray heard the songs and he was like, "I want you to work with these other two artists that we got in here." Dang. You speaking my language. I told you I'm already on that.
I'm on that.
Yeah.
So shout out to that, man. And then that name stuck out to me, you know, when you think about groups and just how they're formed, if they can last, the branding, the test of time. But I think the combination of you two both working together, I think it's just it's really a match made in heaven, man.
That's why I was telling him, even with Platinum Relics, I want these songs to be able to stand the test of time. I want them to last forever and people go back and it means something. You know what I'm saying? Even 100 years from now, I want them songs to mean something, to resonate and to touch people. That's why I was like, Platinum Relics, that's it. Yeah.
And how was that transition from obviously when you're making songs or music that is uplifting God, obviously the verbiage has to be different.
I mean, I've changed how I make music, period, anyway. From, you know what I'm saying, not cursing in the music anymore, even in my own music. I haven't been recording as an artist a lot lately because I've been writing more. But even in my songs, I make sure they clean. I make sure, you know what I'm saying? Like it ain't too far left, too far right. I just stay in the middle with it.
Yeah, and I know Duece. I know you mentioned that. How important? I know you mentioned how important it is for you to give glory to God in your music. Where did that come from?
It came from brokenness and humbleness, man. Always been a church kid. Always played instruments. Always sung in the choir. Always did something in church, right? But as you know, you grow up, you go to college, it was straddling the fence for me. There was some things that, happened in my marriage that I'm not necessarily proud of. There's things that happen in life, right? Like even with relationships, like my cutoff game, I used to be proud, like, yo, you do me wrong, like you're done. Like that's not how God wants us to treat each other. That's not how I want to be treated. So there's just a lot of things that got me to a specific space of chasing after him. And it had nothing to do with worship music. I just listened to worship music all the time. I was watching TV shows and movies, and the music was influencing certain behaviors and things that I wasn't necessarily proud of. So I had to cut that out. It drew me closer to him. And when you remove the mess, when you remove the stuff, and I just wanted him, like God just started revealing things to me. He just started working and moving in me. So it's more of I don't ever want to leave this place of worship. it is a consistent chasing after. It is a consistent process. I'm not perfect, right? Like still short tempered and might, I might cuss somebody out. But at the end of the day, that love for him has not left me for 2 years. So my insisting of not doing it is because I will never do anything purposefully if I can control it, right? I don't care if I have an opportunity to work with this person. I don't care if I got the chance to do this or that. And even with Ray's, just like, hey, I know you don't do such and such, but will you work with so and so? I'm like, as long as that artist, and I don't want to throw opportunities away from him either, because this is my calling. I'm not gonna put what I feel like I'm called to do on you, but that's why it works. Because not that Tippy's willing to do whatever it takes, but he might do a song with somebody that's talking about this or that. Like, I'm not necessarily telling any artist that I want to work with, you got to do a Christian song or else. It's just like, I'm not going to be a part of a record. I'm not going to make the beat. I'm not going to do vocal melodies. I'm not going to help write. I'm not going to be a part of a record if it does something that doesn't glorify God. I'm not telling you to just do a straight up worship record or a Christian song, but I'm not going to participate in a record because I know that that record is going to potentially influence this person or influence this man or influence this woman to do something that goes against what I believe God wants us to do as a people. So I just don't want to be a part of any records that do that. And it's tough because there's everybody and their mama come to see Ray.
Right.
And Ray's looking at me like, oh yeah, that's my student, that's my new producer, that's my artist. You could work, like he'll work with you. We'll get a song to you. I'm just like, I don't want to tell this person or that person. Like Gorillaz came in and did a record. It was awesome. I got to rock with him and talk to him. Like, I think he's just dope, and he's working on his next project. I want to be on the next project, but depending on the content choices and whatever else, I just have to protect what I'm about. I'm about family, and I'm about my relationship with God. My relationship with God first, and my family. Money doesn't matter. Influence doesn't matter. Followers don't matter. I am literally a vessel, and I just want to do that.
There it is. And Tippy said, he ain't lying.
Yeah, man.
He ain't lying.
I be sitting over here like, hey, bruh.
If we get this check, then
Bruh.
like, no, bro. You go do it. I will fully support you. You go do it.
But I respect it and I get it. And like I said, I'm working on myself as far as making sure that the content and the songs I'm putting out, it don't necessarily have to be worship, always glorifying God, but it's not gonna be negative either.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And I respect that and appreciate it, because it's like, it ain't easy to try to live that straight and narrow, right? Like I used to make fun of, like, call them Bible thumpers. Like I used to make fun of people like this. I literally was like, you are so lame for doing this, and I'm not doing it for attention. I'm not doing it for, oh, look at me, I'm the perfect Christian. Just like, if I lead by example, just by me living that life, it's changed his.
Yeah.
God is using me to do that real time every day, even with Ray. I need you to be around more because you make me a better person. That meant more to me than I love your song or yo, you got a hit. Like that sounds good and feels good when Ray says that.
Yeah.
But to look me in my eye and my face and tell me I need you around more because you make me a better person, that gave me everything I needed to know.
Yeah, that's powerful, man. And then it's all about sticking to your principles. And,
Yeah.
And God show up, bro. God is real, because there's two situations where he really showed me like I'm in control of this situation.
Yeah, he's in control.
Yeah.
Can you go into more detail about those situations on a surface level?
Well, one of them was, I can go into detail about both because they both about Ray. One is when first off, I didn't even know Ray from a can of paint. I knew who he was from social media, but I don't get vibes from people as much like, oh, I got to work with him. I want to work with him. But I was invited to a Def Jam album release party by Friday, singer. So I went to the album release party. It was up here. This was in 2023, bro.
Okay.
I seen Ray. I still remember what he had on. He had on the green sweater, green glasses. He was sitting not even too far from me. Me and my brother was there. And it was so much going on. I wanted to go to him and talk to him, but I'm like, this ain't the right time because it won't even be memorable. He won't even remember because it's so much going on. But I told myself, I said, God, if it's meant to be, let me see him again. I see him again.
Wow.
linked with Duece in January.
Yeah.
The beginning of January, you had your, mind you, this 3 years later. It's been a whole 3 years. He had his album release party. He was like, "Hey, bro, Ray gonna be there. Ray's my man." Da da da. I'm like, "Bro, I'm coming regardless. It don't even matter." So Ray came, and I was able to pull him aside, and I was like, "Ray, I just want to thank you for giving artists game, this, that, and the third. Just showing them reverence."
Right.
And man, before we parted ways, I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna be seeing you too. I'm gonna be working with you soon now." He said, "By the way you said that, I know I'm gonna see you again." He said, "I know I'm gonna be working with you." And literally 3 months later,
Yeah. 3 or 4 months.
3 or 4 months later, bro.
That's crazy. That's a powerful testimony, though.
And I truly don't even think Ray knows that.
Nah, I've been around him for 3 months,
Wow.
like working with him. And when I tell you, it's been going really fast, and a lot. We've been working a lot.
Yeah.
Within this 3 month period, and it's like
Got our first
it's
placement.
mind blowing, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So your first what?
First placement.
Wow.
Children's album. Yeah, signed to Universal Sumo.
Wow.
Yeah, Tehran's son.
Congratulations on
So
that, man.
we got a couple songs on the first album. We already got a couple songs
On the
prepped for the
second
second album,
album.
and then we're gonna be working on the
Christmas.
Christmas album coming up. So yeah, it's a blessing, bro. And just watching that and just being able to be a catalyst or a piece of that and see it, like I see this man glowing, living his dream.
Mm-hmm.
I just sit back and smile.
And just
It was
smile.
like, look at what God did.
Trust the process, right?
Always, bro.
Yeah,
And then
man.
I was in the first session. It was just about we were talking about the same way, just trusting the process and how kind of things unfold. But I think once you take the first step, you take another step, and then as you get momentum, God will start to let me unveil this to you.
But I don't want people to think that it's going to be
sunshine and rainbows.
10 steps.
Right.
It's going to be 1,000 steps.
Yeah.
Like I told you, bro, it was a 3-year period.
Mm-hmm.
And I literally realized that the other day. I had to go back in my email and see when was that album release party.
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Damn, that was 2023."
Yeah.
3 years had passed before. So don't think it's gonna be
Quick
3 weeks. You gonna see Ray walking through Publix 3 days later, be like, "Oh yeah, bro, this is the perfect time to talk to you." No, it was 3 years, bro.
Yeah. And that's how it goes. So what I want to do is I want to take a quick break and we'll come back. We'll get into some more of this Platinum Relics group that you guys have came up with, and we'll talk about some more of how that is unfolding, some projects you guys are going to release, some things y'all going to do in the future. So y'all keep it locked. Positive Mind Sundays. I am your host, Positive B White. Be sure to follow us at 101 TKO Radio on all social media. And then y'all keep it locked in. We'll be right back after taking this short break. Don't go nowhere. welcome back to Positive Mind Sundays. I am your host, Positive B. White. If y'all was tapped and tuned into the first session, we got to learn more about the group Platinum Relics and also the individuals, my guy Duece,
Yes, sir.
and then the legend himself, only one Tipy.
Yes, sir. I'm a legend now.
Yeah, man, you've always been a legend,
Oh,
man.
man, thank you.
Both of y'all are living legends. I like to give people their flowers while they're here. You know what I mean?
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
No doubt. So, and Duece, I'm gonna start with you.
Yes, sir.
Because I started with Tipy the last time. So, the show Positive Mind Sundays obviously is a platform for me to allow my guests to come on and share their amazing journeys, stories, triumphs, and what so have you. But on the show, I like to always do one thing that I do every show, and that is ask my guests how they deal with mental health, mental wellness, mental anxiety, depression, all those things. So, Duece, I want to start with you. Obviously, you're on the road, doing music, and also being a family man.
Yeah.
Taking care of kids, husband, whatsoever you. Um, how do you handle all those things as far as dealing with those responsibilities and still being able to be a artistic musical artist?
I handle a lot of the capacity to do it. Honestly, comes from the worship and just being in that word, right? It is a renewing of your mind. And I don't want to be cliche or whatever, but I never really cared to or like to necessarily read the Bible. I listen to it on an audiobook, but digging in, starting like as an adult, right? Like I got a Bible study with a couple of guys that I kind of, and I'm going to try to do something. I'm trying to figure that out now, but digging into that word, not just taking what the pastor says on a Sunday, not just taking what scriptures you memorized, right? Like digging into the word. I did an angel study. I did a study on David. I did a study on Joseph. I did like I'm in it and I'm referencing multiple things. So when you get in that word, bro, the living word, when you use that word to you don't need anything else. And when you in that word, everything else that is potentially you're allowing in your mind, you're allowing in your spirit, you're allowing things to attach themselves to you. They can't touch you. They don't want it. They can't be a part of it because you got the right things coming in.
Right.
So when you don't allow, I don't know the last time I pulled up Netflix. I don't know the last time I pulled up Amazon Prime. But at the end of the day, if I'm making sure I'm staying in that word and I'm staying in worship, like that keeps my mind. And then I got a good wife, bro. I got a good woman. I have an incredible woman that loves me, that takes care of me, that takes care of these kids. So my mind doesn't have to wander when I'm in the studio. When I am gone for a couple of days because I got to go to Atlanta, or I got to go to Nashville, I got to go to New York, or I got to go somewhere. I know these kids are going to be taken care of, so my mind doesn't wander. So when I get back in town and when I am in town, I make sure I'm present. I try my hardest to do that. So my wife, having a strong, God-fearing, loving woman is what is able to keep my mind clear. Because it was a time and space where that was not the case. But because we gave it all to God together and we sacrificed and we forgave each other and we built this thing for each other, that was the secret sauce. But I couldn't do it feeling some type of way about her, or her carrying something on from the past, like forgiveness, redemption, love, and just two people trying, equally yoked, trying to figure it out together.
Right.
There's nothing, and it's not easy now. Like it's still stuff happens, but I got a strong woman.
Shout out to the wives out there.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to the wives. And Tipy, I want to ask you the same question. Obviously, you're a father.
A single father.
Jesus.
I'm just letting you know I ain't got no wife. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure it out.
Ladies, I don't know if that was
That ain't no invitation. I'm just telling you.
I don't know if that's an invitation. Y'all can take that how y'all want to take it.
I'm just saying.
So, obviously, I met your father, but you do a lot. You're so busy as a lyrical artist and person who's of high intelligence through your lyrics. I could tell. How does Only One Tipy manage all of the mental stuff that goes on? You know, fighting through adversity, anxiety. Some people battle depression. How does Tipy stay level-headed?
I lock myself in the house.
That's so true. He is
I
a
do
hermit
not
crab.
go outside. I do not be around different energies. I don't be around people unless if I have to. Only time I leave the house now is if I have to go do something or I'm going to the office.
I
to
got you.
Ray's
I
office.
got you outside, boy.
He outside.
But he know.
Well, he outside working.
That's
When
it.
he's not outside working, he's
Listen,
at the crib.
listen. I do not mix energy with different people.
And I know my guy because he's. I be like, Tipy, what you doing? He be like, man, I'm at the house. I cut myself
Always.
off from the
And
world,
cooking
bro.
some good food.
Yeah, he be like, I'm
man,
at the house.
I cut myself off from the world. That's how I keep saying, because like as Duece know, I need to be by myself to recharge my social battery. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of them type. I can get in the mix. I can step out there. I could work the room. But when all that stuff done, I need to be by myself. I need to.
Yeah.
That's my space. I grew up as only child. I'm not the only child. I have 12 brothers and sisters.
How
But I
many?
did 12.
You heard him? A dozen.
But I didn't grow up with any of them.
Wow.
I grew up as a single, as by myself. So that's what I'm used to.
Wow. So, but that's good. You know yourself.
Yeah.
You know,
A lot of people can't sit with themselves and be with themselves because it drives them crazy. Me, it's the opposite.
Yeah.
If I be around people too long, it drives me crazy.
Yeah. And
I have to be by myself.
And I'm that way too. I'm an extrovert when I need to be, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But internally, I'm an introvert. Meaning, when I need to reprogram, I really need to just be at the crib. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or for me, it's travel. So when I can go to another destination and get there, I can kind of decompress, reprogram my mind. But I'm like you. I gotta recharge. How you recharge your phone?
Yeah,
That's me.
recharge, but
Okay.
I have to do it by myself because he know, I actually had like not too long ago we were at the radio station. I mean, not the radio station. We were at the studio, and then went back to my house, and something just switched in my mind. Like a situation I was going through just came over me, and this is something I wanted to tell him further down the line, as far as like what I'm going through mentally, but it was just building up on me where I just had to, talk to him the other day about it. And it was a deep conversation. But like I said, it was something I didn't want to tell him until further down the line, until we got everything, more established and figured out. But it's, yeah.
Well, that specific thing, one, just as brother to brother, like, thank you for trusting me to be able to have that conversation. Because I know how hard that was. To just a reminder, I don't care what it is or what you're going through. You can't not come to me, especially if we doing this, because there's nothing that I'm not going to share, because I'm going to need you and I'm going to be here for you for that. So part of the positive mind, even from B, is just like, yo, that's what I'm here for. And he ended up doing a heck of a song because of it, and then asked me. I was trying to hype him up on the song, like, get ready.
Yeah.
I was trying to get my DJ Khaled on, and he was just like, he's like, nah, I need you to be Deacon Duece. I need you to be pastor on there. So I just prayed. And I never prayed like on a record before. Like, if anybody wants me to pray, like, I would be even in the comments, like, yo, if you need me to pray, like, let's hop on the live real quick and I'll pray. Or I don't want to get my phone number out, so how we can figure that out? Like, call me on Facebook or Instagram or whatever. I will pray with or for whoever, whenever. I love praying. But to be able to do that for my brother on record, and the song was crazy, talking about a situation. I don't know if it's ever coming out, but at the end of the day, like, just being able to share that moment. You talk about positive mindset, bro. That happened real time. That was a couple days ago. That was last
by
weekend.
the way, I'm shedding tears while I'm recording this song. I had to face my back to him. I'm like this when I'm recording the song, and plus, what I was really going through, I didn't tell him until after the song.
Oh wow!
I ain't even tell him before, because it was like I just texted. I said, "Bro, I need to come in there and record." I was sitting on the back porch. He was sitting, at the computer. He said, "I got everything set up. Come on." So I just wanted to get that, what I'm saying, just get that energy out of me. But I didn't have the serious talk with him until after the song. Yeah.
So that's when it really hit home.
Because I was talking about certain points within the song, but I couldn't really talk about the full situation in the song, but I was able to express him the full situation so he could understand, like, damn, okay, I see what you're talking about in the song. What's going on?
Right.
And I was able to say, okay, X, Y, and Z, this is why you heard this in the song because of this situation.
Yeah, for sure. And that's I think that's the whole thing of brotherhood.
Yeah.
To be able to be vulnerable with your brother and have your brother be in a space where he can help you through that.
Yeah, and I told him I don't talk to people about my situations. Like I deal with them eternally. Since the beginning of this year, I've been doing my devotional, reading a chapter out the Bible every day. Even if I miss a day, I go back and make up for them days. But I've literally all the way to today, I've been in my Bible doing my devotional every day. So that's been helping me a lot and bringing me peace. Being in the house 24/7 on lockdown.
That's super dope. So obviously the music is the madness behind the music. What can we expect next for the group? What do you guys? And I don't want to go into any detail, but just talk to us about what are y'all working on next. What can the listeners get forward to?
What I'm comfortable sharing.
Yeah,
like, I don't
open
Ray.
secret box.
Ray has a plan and an idea that he mastermind. Mr. Literally, he's got something for us. Whatever that is, I don't know if we're necessarily ready to release what that is yet, but
Okay.
what you can expect from Platinum Relics is just a lot of new music coming out.
Okay.
You're gonna hear my daughters did his tag. You're gonna hear my tag, and there's just gonna be some records that are coming out. A lot of the students from Radar University that are in class with me and some other things like we've produced and wrote several records. I mean, we did Carmen's whole project.
Carmen
and
Jones,
we
Trey
got
Morris.
Trey Morris coming out.
Yeah.
Torian, like I said, was an artist that Ray had taken an interest in and wants us to kind of work with. And any and everybody that comes in the studio that I think Raheem Devon was at the studio.
And there's some other big names too that I don't want to release it before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Just so we could get everything done. But we working with some big names, bro. Ray have me in meetings. He tell me, Tip, you need to come to this meeting. I want you to sit in here and see how I talk to this artist, see how I get through to this artist so you can learn. Hey, time to meet, and I'm pulling up.
Right. So yeah, we got a lot of music coming out. Still trying to force Tippy to release a project and shoot content. So hopefully his project comes out. My project's going to be coming out in the next couple of months. I'm releasing some singles. I'm doing it. The Sunday morning was the Maroon 5 flip that we did. The next one I'm gonna release, did a Neo flip, and then I did a Music Soul Child flip, and then we've got 3 originals that are gonna be on that project. So I'm releasing an EP called Sunday Mornings. The first song I've been shooting some content, and I'm slowly releasing that. So that'll be the first record, and then we'll see what happens from there. It's supposed to be meeting up with PJ Morton whenever he's in town, and Ray gave him a call and told him that I was doing the project, and he said, "Yo, that's dope. Looking forward to it." So,
And these records cold.
yeah, man.
Them flips.
I can only imagine.
Bro.
I can only imagine.
I told him the story Sunday morning, right? He sent me the idea. He was like, Tippy, Ray said we need to redo Sunday morning, flip it, Maroon 5. I said, okay, bro. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. So I'm in the bed, right? Somebody woke me up out my sleep at 1:00 in the morning for some BS. But I'm up and I'm like, dang, I can't go back to sleep. I don't go to sleep that early. I go to bed 4, 5 in the morning every night. I can't sleep. But that night I wanted to get in bed soon. Somebody still woke me up. So I said, man, let me just work on Sunday morning, bro. 1:00 in the morning in the bed. I just rewrote it, texted to him, turned my phone over, and went back to sleep. And bro, it's one of them ones.
It's one of them ones.
Oh man.
Man, can I get a sneak peek of it off camera? Can I do something like that?
Yeah, I'll
can
play
hear
you a
all
couple
of it.
records,
Yeah,
brother.
I
I'll
want to hear
send you
Sunday
everything,
morning.
man.
I apologize to the audience.
I'll
but
send you
I ain't gonna
everything.
lie,
y'all can't get it all. You know
That
what I mean?
Neo because of
can't
you,
get
though,
all the exclusives on
that's my
Positive
favorite.
Mind Sundays and 101 TKO.
Yeah.
We can't give them everything right, Nelson.
Yeah, man.
So obviously we got that coming out, and then before we get out of here, thank y'all for coming through and spinning the block, as they say.
Oh, yeah.
And then I would always welcome y'all to come back through as projects are released.
Anytime
For
anything
sure,
comes out of my side, you get the exclusives, man.
Exclusive and put it out into the atmosphere, but I like to get first dibs, you know, because
You
I
get
I got
the exclusive
one
on
coming
it.
with Big Daddy Kane soon. So
Big Daddy
we're gonna
Kane.
drop that. We're gonna drop that. I've been sitting on that for no reason at all.
Mhm.
But I've been working, writing, so
No, you need to focus on you and get that music out.
coming soon.
Coming soon.
To a streaming platform near you. But I got it. I recorded it the other day in the studio. I re-recorded it, so
Okay.
yeah, it's ready.
Okay, well, sounds good. Well, I appreciate y'all for coming through. Before we get out of here, I want to give both of y'all the opportunity to let people know where they can find you at, where they can follow you at, how they can get in contact with you, if they want to collab with you, and
For
where they
sure.
can find your music. So, Tippy, I'm gonna start with you.
You can find me at home. Don't come there, but I be at home. But if you do want to find me outside of my home, just follow me on social media at only the number one Tipy, only one Tippy.
And how do they listen to your music?
Only one Tippy on all. Don't come to my house, but only one Tippy on all streaming platforms, on all social media platforms, and we also have Platinum Relics. The page follow Platinum Relics on all social media platforms. It's not on streaming platforms, but on social media platforms. Social Relics. I'm sorry, Platinum Relics is there.
All right, shout out to you for that. Duece, how can they get in contact with you and listen to your music, brother?
You can get in contact with me all on everything's running through Instagram. So Duece Worship at Duece Worship is how you can find me on all platforms: YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Everything is at Duece Worship, and then Spotify is going to be same thing, just at Duece Worship. Originally was Worship and Praise, which is the name of my ministry, the name of my company, but being in Radar University and learning the thing of branding, like I don't want to get people confused with Worship and Praise, LLC, and Duece Worship and Carlos or whatever else. So I cleaned everything, cleaned house. It's at Duece Worship. Everything, merch is on the way. You're going to be able to help support in multiple ways. But yes, that is how you get in contact with me. I answer all my own messages. I answer all my own comments. That is me. That is not a bot. If you get a message from me, it is actually from me. If you get a comment from me, it's from me. So, yes.
All right, appreciate y'all coming through. And thank y'all for
Yes,
tapping
sir.
and tuning in for another episode of Positive Mind Sundays here at 102KL Radio. Be sure to follow us on all your social media. Follow us on YouTube, IG, Facebook, which we're streaming live here on YouTube. And be sure to follow your boy on all social media. I'm on all platforms at Positive Be White to keep it real nice and easy for you. So don't get it confused. This is another episode. Thank y'all for tapping and tuning in.
Yes.
We will catch y'all on the next one. Shout out to my boy Only One Tippy.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to my guy Duece.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, appreciate y'all coming through. Y'all keep it locked in next time. We'll be back with you for another episode. Peace.
Yo.